Today we are on location at the local bowling alley, and yes, for this one, we've spared no expense. Ooh, yeah, let's strike that one from the record and continue with tongue thrusting tips. Hey, I thought I'd talk to you today about an oral parafunctional activity, tongue thrusting. And just so you know, oral parafunctional activity is activities or behaviors or habits that you do in the face, specifically with what we're going to talk about, things like clenching or gum chewing or any of those other types of activities that can create tension in the face, excessive tension in the face, that can lead to spasms and pain and guarding, tightness, all sorts of symptoms. And so we want to be able to identify if those are occurring with you specifically. And one that I've seen in my patient recently that is not that uncommon, but it can show up from time to time, develops as a child and can go from there, is tongue thrusting. So tongue thrusting is essentially when the tongue has repeatedly put pressure on the front of the teeth. A normal resting position for the tongue should be resting on the roof of the mouth in what we call an N position. So if you make the N sound, you'll feel that tongue right sitting up on the roof of the mouth away from the teeth. That's exactly where we want it. So let's talk about an exercise to do if we notice that there is tongue thrusting behavior. One way you can identify if there is tongue thrusting behavior is when you go to swallow, you can feel that tongue come forward against the front teeth. The other thing is if you notice that occasionally there might be a slight lisp to the way you talk, whether it's S's or Z's, that you can feel that pressure again towards the front of the mouth. That's not what we're going for because again, that's excessive tension in the mouth, jaw, and face. Now the reason again that can be so problematic is it can create problems in terms of facial asymmetries, problems with the bite, aesthetic issues with the face, and then again, excessive tension. So let's talk about this exercise that I wanted to go through with you. Okay, so with this exercise, what you'll do is you'll find a small flat candy. Maybe those little heart candies if you've ever had those on Valentine's Day. Feel free to comment in the section below what your favorite is if you have any. And what we'll do is we'll take those candies or a lifesaver and we'll put that right up on the roof of the mouth and have your tongue hold it right up against the roof of the mouth. Again, nowhere near the front of the teeth, but just resting with that tongue broad and flat on the roof of the mouth in that N position. And then what you can do is make a swallowing motion with your mouth. As you go ahead and swallow with your throat, you want to hold that candy still up against the roof of the mouth. As you swallow, you want to feel that tongue going up and backwards. That's ideal. So again, the whole idea is to untrain you from having that tongue near your front teeth. And this is a way to start to strengthen that motion. So once you've done that and you can do it correctly, you can practice this multiple times per day. Once you've started to really get this motion down, now you can start going to other activities. You can start working with chewing a food and swallowing that, and again, doing that motion with what we practice, having your tongue resting on the roof of the mouth. You can go to having a glass of water, and again, practice again with this same motion, tongue going up and back, resting on the roof of the mouth. So this is a great exercise that you can start to use to untrain yourself if you've had this habit of tongue thrusting behavior. Hope this helps. Feel free to comment or like any of the above, and I'll talk to you again soon.